Yo, so what's happening, my people? It's your boy Chance Jollivet, aka Smooth, back with another video. So today, what we talking about? So I did my video. I was enrolling in CDL school and stuff like that. That was the beginning. I didn't know what I was getting myself into, etc., etc. But it's been a week, so I got 5 days down. I can give you a little bit more enlightenment as far as the program and stuff. So don't be too intimidated by the process and everything like that. Like, I'm somebody that I get anxious about things, so I was scared already going into it. Like, I didn't go into it like a lot of people, like, oh, I love trucks, I want to be a driver. I was depressed and I just randomly jumped into it. So that's how I got into CDL school. But so it's not hard. Like, I just did it on accident by feeling a certain way mentally and like, man, I gotta pick myself up, I gotta get some money, let me jump into CDL school. And then I'm like, damn, oh shit, I'm in CDL school. But anyways, so 5 days had passed, man. Like, the permit to get, you have to get your permit first, because whenever you're gonna get in school, you're gonna be able to have to mess with the trucks and stuff like that. So you gotta have a permit for you to be able to mess with the trucks. So getting that is going to be the hardest thing with that test at the DMV. But as far as, like, if you're not the most book savvy person and stuff like that, the book part of it, you have to take tests, is not hard. Like, I don't know every school, but where I'm at in particular, that is very easy. You get homework, and so basically you go through the chapters and stuff like that. The chapters at the end, you answer those questions. You go over those questions in class. They print out the same exact answers and stuff, and that's the test. So if you remember that, the tests are given to you. They want you to pass. So the knowledge like that is super simple. Like, some things that is intimidating, you watch videos every day. They show you different things. Like, as far as the permit test, like, that information, that's all that you're going to be doing in class or something, except it's going more in depth. But it's not as hard because the test format that I already told you about. So it's all that knowledge that you're studying. But the most important things is your pre-trip inspection and learning how to drive, period. I haven't started learning how to drive at all. I don't know how to shift and all that yet. Like, I'm scared of that, I'm not gonna lie. But the pre-trip inspection, it is a lot of information. It is a lot. It is very intimidating. And it's like, how can I ever get that? And there's still like half of it that I need to learn. But the half that I've learned, like, in 5 days, I pretty much know the whole engine compartment. I can tell you everything about it and stuff like that. Like, just a quick little rundown. And like, in 5 days, like, okay, you start off the pre-trip inspection, and you got your coolant reservoir. You're gonna tell if it's cracked or broken, if it has any leaks, it's properly mounted, no sign of leaks. It should be in between full and add. So that is the kind of descriptions you have to give of the item. Then you move on. And I'm not gonna give you all, I'm gonna just name the parts. So you got hoses, then you go into water pump. Then you follow the muffler, and you say if it has any carbon soot or whatever with indicating a leak or whatever. You follow it to the stack, and then you talk about the stack, the heat shield. You talk about the ladder. You talk about the catwalk. Then you go around the truck. You talk about more hoses. Then you go into the alternator, power steering reservoir. You check the oil. Tell what you would be looking for when you check the oil and stuff like that. You follow hoses to the power steering pump. Then you go into the air compressor, go into the power steering gearbox, pitman arm, drag link, upper lower steering arm, tire rod. You talk about those compartments, what puts those compartments together. Socket joints or whatever. You got certain socket joints, whatever, and castle nuts and cotter pins. So that is how that is fastened. Then you go in the front spring hanger, rear spring hanger, got bushels, uh, leaf spring, U-bolts, uh, shock absorber, hose, uh, brake compressor, no, not brake compressor, brake chamber, push rod, slack adjuster, etc. You go into the wheels and stuff like that. Then you go around. It's a lot. It's a lot of information. But that's the things that I learned in 5 days or whatever. And you gotta talk about every different component and stuff. And it seems harder than it is. But then when you got your eyes on it and stuff, and you going over it every day, it starts to get a little bit easier. But they still like you got to go inside and check the air system and the brakes and all that. Like I'm intimidated by that part because I'm just kind of scared about the inside of the truck in general. Then when you're gonna have to check the back of the truck and all the components, I'm nervous about that. But whenever you get on it, it becomes easier. The same way that I was scared of the engine, and now I pretty got it for the most part, got it down. But yeah, it's not as scary as it was. I still got like 6 weeks left, maybe. I think it's like a 7-week program. I started on the 26th of May. It ends July 11th. So hopefully, man, everything goes to plan. Whenever I start driving, it comes to me a little easier than I would expect. So the driving is making me nervous, but hopefully at the end of the day, I didn't waste all my time and I will get my CDL. Like as far as what will I do with my CDL, I'm still not all the way sure with that. I don't really want to drive 18-wheelers or go over the road and go all across the country or anything. No. But there are a lot of practical uses for your CDL, and hopefully there is a job close that will align with things that I want. Because like I don't have a family and a wife and stuff like that. I still want to find this woman or whatever. So I want to have time to myself to be able to do that. So I'm not gonna find that on the road at different truck stops in with the lot lizards or whatever. Like I'm not, no, that's not for me. But just wanted to talk about that real quick. Oh, and like getting into the CDL school and stuff, man, there are grants and stuff you can get. So either you can get it through a job, like if you have a certain job that'll pay for your schooling, but then you have to like you have to make sure you work for them and stuff like that, kind of like almost a repayment or whatever. Or I think it's like a contract maybe, but they will train you, etc., get your CDL through them. Or you can go the route that I went. You can go to the school and you can apply for a grant. If you're in Louisiana, if your house income is below a certain amount or whatever, then you are able to get the grant. They will pay for your schooling, etc., Then you can work wherever you want. If you go through the company, I think you're gonna have to work for them, like your contract or whatever. But the good part about that is you have a job waiting for you and you get paid while you train, while you get your CDL. So it's pros and cons with each one. But hopefully that helped y'all, anybody who's looking into a CDL or something like that. But like week 1, it was pretty cool. And then like my classmates and stuff like that, like the first like day or 2, we were all like very antisocial and stuff, man. Like we are all getting cooler, and that's making the days go by way better, man. And we helping each other. Like now, whenever we doing the pre-trip inspection, like everybody is helping each other and we talking and stuff. So that makes it go by better. Whenever somebody has a certain knowledge of this that make it stronger, then they can help this one, and you might know this more than that one, and you congregate and you help each other out. And the instructor, he cool as hell, man. So that's my little first week. Try to keep this going, man. Like keep y'all abreast of the situation and stuff, man. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Be the greatest, most hated man. I let you boy. Peace.